So I'm giving an Uber ride this morning, and I often ask my riders, say, how's the world treating you? And, usually there's a little back and forth, start a conversation. Well, this morning I got more than I bargained for. I picked up this gal, and she lived pretty far away out in the rural area. And it took me like 23 minutes to get to her. My GPS froze on the way out there, so I was a little bit late. But I got there. Last two roads I went on were dirt roads, and I picked her up at an old kind of rundown mobile home. So started headed back in town, and we were talking, and she was telling me about her life, and she had come to Tallahassee from about 3 hours away from the south. She got a job at it was either a hotel they were turning into apartments or the other way around. And she was living there, and then they finished the job. They said, all right, bye, get your stuff and go. We'll give you 24 hours. So she ended up moving in with a friend in this kind of rundown mobile home. She mentioned black mold and sagging floor. And she found out her parents were dead, and she had a sibling who was dead, and she really didn't have much here. And since she did have a job, the people in the mobile home wanted her to start paying rent, but they didn't really want to take her to work. So she was paying $400 a month rent and like $200 a week in Uber. So she was just treading water. And she tried a bunch of services that were available to help, and we talked about that, and that didn't lead anywhere. And what she really needs is someone really good to come into her life and really help her get a foothold, find a better place to live that's close to work, reduce the Uber charges and all that. So when I dropped her off, I gave her all the money I had on me, which was somewhere around $42. I'm not exactly sure, but I had a wad of bills folded in half, and I gave it to her, and she didn't want to take it. And finally, I convinced her to take it. And when I did, she almost screeched at me, "Now I can buy lunch!" And I thought that was an awesome way to end the ride, because she needed the money more than I did. So that's why I'm making this video and trying to see if I can get back in touch with her. I know where she lives. I know where she works. I can't remember her name, and I can't recover her name from Uber. But I'm going to find out, and I'm hoping to raise a bunch of money so I can put her in a better place in life. Thanks for listening to this.